make you bleed.
Damsel in the Dollhouse, Where I Left Her. And it is a really good tune. I mean, like, we played it for the first time last week, and I still don't know quite what to make of it, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's a really good, because I really enjoyed it, because it's all over the place. And at some points, I mean, you should have seen B and I kind of getting down here off air, and it kind of reminds me of a good old like '90s like dance party, but with like a more industrial feel to it and a bit more electronic. But you can picture the fan lights and, like, you know what I mean, how they kind of spanned out. But yeah, it was a fantastic tune. But yeah, awesome like always, Nina. Well done.
Yeah, I was giving it large, is what I'm saying. I mean, it took me right back to when I used to hang out in New Cross at the venue, and this would have been on the bottom layer. There was 3 layers in that club. I've said it before, I'm sure I have, but I tell you what, totally up my street. Love it. I mean, she's so cool, and she's very clever, the way she utilises her vocals and creates sounds and sort of experiments, and I really like that. But she's a very cool girl. Yeah, it's great. I love it. And yeah, we were giving it.
And who knows, maybe sometime in the near future we'll have Nina back on New Music Saturday again for another follow-up to the last time. So let's get to our next song, and this is a brand new one by Portman. It's been a long time, and I've been supporting and backing him since like when he first got going, and this is the newest one, and I was very happy to get it. We've been chatting recently via DM and on Twitter, so dig this. This one's called Annie 7, Portman. Portman with Annie 7. You know what? This was really cool. Very tripped out, and I haven't. This is the first stuff I've heard from him in a long time. Still cool, and I'm trying to remember the first stuff I heard compared to this, and there's obviously a lot of growth here, and but really cool, kind of like mellow, but um, hard hitting at the same time. I mean, it just the variations and the tempos kept changing, but it was a good thing though. Like I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, it was meditative music, but it was kind of, I felt with the songbird tweeting, and then you had her kind of soprano vocals. It was almost like, well, for me, it was almost like levels of birdsong that you would get, you know. So she was bringing in sort of a kind of answer to the other bird that was singing. But really haunting, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I liked the beat and, you know, the kind of rhythm of it. It was really good.
Right on. So next up, like hopefully there's more coming. There's supposed to be an EP coming out soon, and I don't remember the exact date. I'll have to double check, and I'll let you know in a little bit. But yeah, there is definitely more to come. So this is just a start. So I'm looking forward to more stuff. Like I said, it's been a number of years. So, but it's been nice to know kind of kept on them every so often, and new stuff yet, sort of thing, and you know, and that's what you got to do. You know, you got to keep on top of these people. Well, not on top of them. Okay, let me rephrase that because that sounds a little rude. No, you know, in order to find out they got new stuff coming, you gotta every once in a while, like, they'll just ask a little bit, but you know, politely. I'm not. Yeah, I'm digging a hole here because this is.
The thing is, with musicians, I mean, sometimes they go through situations where they have to change tack. It's like any artist where they're finding themselves, or they're finding new levels of their work, and it takes time, and you can't just whip out an album if you're going through a different stage where the music changes kind of tack, and any musician or creative will tell you that. And you do go through stages where it's not writer's block or anything. What it is you kind of pull back a bit. I mean, I haven't written a poem for ages, and it, you know, like a long poem, and I think, and I'm not beating myself up because I've got interviews to do, I'm doing this, that and the other, and it's the same for a lot of songwriters. They're in the process, or they're, you know, developing their band or whatever it is they're doing, or they're doing videos, and it's all taking different creative juice out of you.
Right. And
I think sometimes you have to kind of pull back and say, right now, I'm gonna, you know, this is what's important. This, you know, I think you have to have. I think what is very easy to do with the creative is not have a goal and have a deadline. And if you don't have a deadline, I think that kind of messes it all up. I think you have to have the deadline, and then you work towards that. But I think sometimes you do need that time out to kind of grow in yourself. You
know, it's interesting you say that, because there's some bands saying that, you know, when they're doing the stuff, they have no deadline, but, you know, it kind of works for them. So most of the time, yes, a deadline does help, but not all bands function that way. They kind of go without a deadline, and it kind of comes
together. But that's when a manager kicks them up the arse and says, I'm telling you now, if you don't get your finger out, you won't. You know, there has to be a level of not too much self-indulgent, I'll tell you now. Because you can kind of go, you know, I need time out, and then you're just enjoying yourself, and you're not actually focusing. And deadlines, I don't care what anybody says, it's not a strict kind of, you got to do it by the 30th of this month, but it's a kind of, you know, this is our mission for the year, this is what we want to achieve, and you get that done. Because if you don't, then you're going to be out of the loop. You know what I mean? And things change, move on, and I think it's important to be on it. Because I'm on it at the moment. I'm actually whipping my own hide at the moment for things I'm doing, so I know what it's like. That's a bit kinky and a bit weird. But anyway, it's early hours in the morning for me. Forgive me.
Wow. You're just making it way too easy.
No, don't.
So
I'm
it's okay.
I'm sinking fast here.
I know. I've bit my tongue a few times already, so don't worry about it. So let's get on to our next song. This is Kodachrome. This is from their album Aftermath. The song's called The Buggy Bumper. Dig this.